Hi guys, it's Kirsten. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, you're not missing a whole lot just yet. I'm documenting my infertility journey along with my husband, who is yet to be in a video, but we'll see what time says. I'm documenting my infertility journey because I feel the need, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot out there for people like me who are experiencing this. So I figure if I can share my story, even if it helps one couple or person going through something like this, then it's worth it. So if you saw my last video, I said that this time we were going to talk about the tests that we had done between our first meeting with our fertility doctor and our next meeting. So again, I've got it written down so that I don't get it wrong. But our first meeting with our fertility doctor was December 7th. And that was essentially, we just went through what we had gone through with our general family doctor as far as where we were at in trying to conceive. So at that point, we'd been trying for over a year. So it was time to get in and see somebody specialist. So the doctor sent my husband for a semen analysis. I went for blood work and an HSG. I was supposed to also go for a endometrial biopsy, but we'll get into that later. It kind of got messed up. So first, I went for my blood work on the 13th, so about a week after we met with the doctor. That was really just to see where my hormone levels were at, to see if I needed to induce a period medically. So by taking progesterone or prometrium or whatever the word is for the prescription, or whatever brand, I guess. I'm not really sure. But anyways, the progesterone to bring on a period. So I went for my blood work, and it turned out that I don't remember what cycle day I was on when I went. But it turned out that I needed to have a period, but the hormones told my clinic that I wasn't going to get one on my own. So I got my very first prescription for progesterone. Took that. I think I took it for, it's 10 days. And then your period can start basically anywhere in that 10 days or up to 2 weeks after. So, after your last pill. So my period started, I think it was December 27th. I have not written that down, but it was somewhere just around Christmas, which was fun because the whole point of triggering the period is because the HSG or I had this problem last time. I think it's I can't remember. I'll put it in the box because I can't remember. But the HSG needed to be done on a certain day of my cycle. I don't remember which day, but I went on February 2nd. February 2nd. That doesn't make sense. I went for my HSG. I don't remember the date, but because I have written down February 2nd, but it doesn't make sense to me that I would have triggered a period at the end of December and then a month later, like over a month later, gone for my HSG. So I'm not 100% sure. I must have the date written down wrong. Maybe it was no, it wouldn't have been January 2nd. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. The point is I went for an HSG, which, if you're unfamiliar, basically they but they shoot dye into your fallopian tubes to make sure there's no blockages. Just to make sure, your ovaries are able to, the eggs are basically able to go where they need to go to get into your uterus. If you've got blockages, then obviously that's not a good thing. So the HSG checks for that, and mine came back totally normal. No blockages, no issues, everything was fine. So those were my two tests. My husband got to go for a semen analysis, which, as someone can imagine, you go into the little clinic, you go into the room, you do your thing, you provide your sample, off you go on your merry day. So he did that on January 4th. And then I think it was a couple of days later, he actually got a call from the clinic, and they said that something wasn't quite right, I think is what they said, and they needed him to go do another sample. So he called and booked again another appointment, which was February 2nd, which I think is the same day I went for my HSG, but it doesn't make sense to me that it was that long, like, later. Anyways, whatever, that's not the point. So he went for his second semen analysis. So it was fine. It all worked out. But it was kind of worrying that they didn't give any details, like what was wrong or what wasn't quite right, in their words. So, I mean, obviously, it's been a year and a bit. We're trying to get pregnant. We're not getting pregnant. Something's not quite right with his sample. Like, what does that mean? Like, what should we be thinking? So that was fun, because our follow-up with our fertility doctor to go over all the results of our tests wasn't until February 26th, so the end of the month, which was actually just after my birthday. February 22nd, I turned 27. So like 4 days later, we went to the fertility clinic to go over all of our results. So I don't want this to be too long, as I always say in all my videos, apparently. So I'm gonna end it here. In my next video, I'll go over the actual results of our tests. I mean, I kind of already told you mine, so I guess I'll tell you what the deal was with my husband's test and what our plan is moving forward. And at that point, you'll pretty much be caught up. So 1 week from today, give or take. Oh, no, it won't be 1 week from today unless I pre-record, because I will be out of town. So we'll see. We'll see how that happens. But essentially, in about a week or so, I will go over the results of our tests in more detail, if I can, and tell you our plan moving forward. Thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. I know I've only got like 4 videos now, up. So I appreciate it. If you want to like this video, if you want to see more of this kind of thing, like I've said before, once I get you guys caught up, it will be more about what's happening now, like today sort of thing. I don't know how much information I'll have to give you on a weekly basis, but we'll see. We'll fill it. We'll do something. We'll try something. Anyways, thank you so much. Any comments below, I totally appreciate. I'd love to get back to you guys. Questions, whatever, totally put them down there. If you have any suggestions for vloggers also documenting an infertility journey, please leave those below for sure, because I'm only following a few and I'd like more just to feel like I'm covering all my bases. Anyway, thanks again. We'll see you guys next time.